Hey there. Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes to record a video and talk to you about the process in the flow, what to do with someone when you first enroll them as a brand new wholesale customer or wellness advocate as part of our grand community. So basically what we're going to do is go through I'm going to stop this slide share. We're going to go through kind of a checklist of some things that are really important to do once someone is enrolled, because I cannot stress to you how absolutely paramount it is for the success of building this business to properly have a way of starting this flow with someone who's new. So, and we talked about in your first class, keeping things super simple, introductory, and then nurturing that new person on a journey. And so this is the first steps in taking a person along this journey. I have found that when I overwhelm someone too quickly, too fast at a class, or and then just completely drop the ball, it's not supporting and serving people in the way that really I had intended to in the beginning. It's just that all sorts of fear and stuff can tend to stop us in doing this. But what we're here to do is to establish that foundational service to our customers and to their goals and helping them on this journey wherever it is that they see it fitting into their lives and supporting them. So super duper important stuff. Let's go over the checklist to begin. And let's see here. Okay, so what I want to do is take you to a little checklist. So this is like a little business toolkit here, and I'm going to include this checklist, this document for you with this video when it's posted, so you'll have the link to access it. So what to do with someone right away when you enroll them. So let's say you've had a class or a one-on-one and they've enrolled as a wholesale customer or a wellness advocate. They are going to get an email from doTERRA as well as you about with their ID number and a few helpful links, and they're going to get one as well. So I usually use that as soon as I receive that email from doTERRA. It reminds me to go ahead and send off a welcome email to that person. And the welcome email I have suggested look a little bit like this. Let's see, I can find my. So welcoming them and giving them all kinds of links and resources that are going to help them. The basics of what your email should consist of, and this can be, you can literally copy and paste this and send it off to them, or make it customized to yourself, to your own business, however you see fit to modify it. But I do think that all of this stuff and all of the people that I have enrolled, finding that the more information you can give them to save, and the sooner the better, to really seal in the knowledge from their class and that enthusiasm for why they're starting this journey, so that you can help them follow through on everything that it is ignited inside of them. So the very first thing that it says to include in that email is to pick a couple of different dates and times to send it off in this email to offer them a quick 20-minute welcome call. And this can be done in a person, meet at Starbucks if you want to, or whatever. It can be just done over the phone, but I preferably have found when you do a welcome call to use something like this Zoom format that I'm using right now, where you have the ability to screen share and talk face to face, and also potentially have the ability to record your call, email them the video so that they have access to remembering everything that you touched on in your conversation, as well as for you. So hopefully you'll send this off with a couple of different dates and times, and then you get a reply back like, cool, Thursday at 2 works for me. Put that down in your calendar, and then be sure to follow through on that. and have the call with them. Go over the things that the first thing you want to do is address what they want to know more about, go through some kind of guide that I'm going to show you next, and also touch on how to tour them around their back office and how they have access to all the different member benefits. But that's kind of the gist of it. Typically, the welcome call is great to get to know this person and how you're going to be able to facilitate their using their products towards their goals. It also is going to give you an idea of what type of person they're going to be in the community. Are they going to be a user? Are they going to be a sharer? Are they going to be a builder? It also gives you an opportunity to talk more about the LRP and how they can fit their budget along with this lifestyle journey that they're on, and maybe develop that conversation with them. Now, with doTERRA, you have your first 14 days when someone enrolls to get an understanding of that in order to have the conversation with them so that you know how to best place them based on what they are telling you, not what you're assuming. So, super important to have this call. Some people, I will just be totally honest with you, maybe less than half of people who sign up actually take you up on this welcome call, or will just kind of ignore this email or your communication. However, because of that, I have decided recently that we should have a video welcome call that we can include in this email. So that they're getting the information, whether they just click and watch a quick video, touring them around all the different sites and the back office a little bit. But of course, we want to encourage you to have a conversation with them, maybe in addition to that video. So let's go back to how we welcome. First things first, you're going to send them the email where you're copying, pasting a lot of those links, along with the welcome video, which I recorded recently and re-recorded because I was striving for perfection and had to let go of it. So I'm sorry that it's taken so long, but I decided to let go of it, even though there were some things that I would have done differently. I would love for our team to be able to use this because it is absolutely better than not communicating this to our new people. Okay. So once you send that out, link this video, link all the different links that are in that welcome email format. Send that off within the first 24 hours that your person is being welcomed, and thank them so much for the opportunity to be part of their life. Then you want to make sure you're going to connect with them, connect our team and them with some kind of support. So all the different Facebook groups that apply, there's a couple of different links here, and welcome them publicly to the wall of your favorite Facebook groups. You know, we're so excited that they've jumped on board and are on this journey, and we're here to support them. And then make sure you schedule your call within those first 14 days and talk with them about what they have ordered and how you can best support them. So I'm suggesting that you allow some kind of guide to flow your conversations. So for our international team, we've suggested using Class in a Box, which also comes with the living, sharing, building guides. And this would be the living call that you're having with your person. So with all new people, we want to walk them through these 3 doors. This living, how we're using our product and towards their goals, all that. And then there's sharing, having a conversation with them about the benefits of sharing doTERRA, and then the conversation about potentially building with doTERRA. So from the process of enrolling, we walk them through these 3 doors. And this is really the key to gaining the success in the business and staying consistent in a process that takes you through these doors. I have found it very easy to drop the ball and leave it at this drive-by enroller type mentality that can happen. And we do not want to be perceived as that. That's not why any of you are building this business. That's not why I am building this business. We're here to serve people. And so we have to support them every step of the way. And it's absolutely what's going to make or break success in building a business. and in your overall intention in doing this, your big why. So the living guide looks like this. And my computer's being a little fussy. Sorry, it's saying it's paused. Let's see. Hopefully this hasn't been pausing the whole thing. Okay, let's try it again. Sorry, guys. Okay, so living guide. There we go. Maybe. I think I have too many things open at one time. Too many things. So the living guide is going to guide the flow of your conversation. Basically, it reviews a lot of what happened in the class, and it's also got a really wonderful questionnaire that will help you discuss with them all the variety of products that doTERRA has that are going to fit into their top main priority goals that they're trying to attack first. Okay, so use this as sort of your guideline. Maybe it is included in the welcome email so that they can take a look at it before your call, suggesting that they do, but most people probably won't, and just go over that with them. And then point them in the right direction. You know, it's really wonderful to create a 90-day plan for people based on their budget of what products they might integrate this month, month 2, month 3, and, you know, try anything. You can try anything for 90 days and see how it works for them. But setting them up for that big success and talking to them about how the LRP is going to provide them a lot of free products as well. So lots of great benefits there. Now, if you use the Edge system class, there is also a similar living guide. It is called a membership overview. And this is so silly. So I'm going to close this out because I can't see my different screens here. So the Edge Success is a membership overview, and it's very similar. It talks first, and it's great too because you can write these things down and give it to them. If you're meeting in person, it works super well. And of course, if you're recording on Zoom, they can be taking notes along with the video of you sharing this screen. So you're including all the things that they need, giving them a tour of their virtual store, their back office, going over some frequently asked questions, talking to them about you know, where they see their #1 priority, all these different resources, and then here's where you can go into some protocols and some plans, some recommendations for them in their priorities. So this is a great little overview, and then of course it breaks it down based on nutrition, some different suggestions of things they might try, and some routines to try them in, rest and stress management, cleansing and restoring the body, detoxification, reducing toxic load, and then all kinds of different ways to get them connected. So I love to use the membership overview, and then recently the class that I have been leaning towards loving is the Living Naturally, and so they have what's called a membership consultation. So all of these I call the welcome conversation, the welcome lifestyle conversation, and getting them to understand that doTERRA is also more than just oils, and that it can fit into every little nook and cranny of their life. It's a lifestyle journey, baby stepping one thing at a time, right? Okay, so this is really wonderful too, very similar to the Edge, how it's all based on this like lifestyle scaffolding triangle, one thing on top of the other, and gives them a little way to rate where they are on each area of life and circumstances, and then helps you guide that conversation with them, and also goes over how the LRP works and that type of thing. So this can flow your conversation as well. Whether you use, it doesn't matter. You just have to decide if you're in an international market, stick with the basic stuff that comes in Class in a Box, the living guide, and just do it from there. If you're in the States, even still, this type of material is not super expensive, but it is a little bit of an extra cost. and something to make sure you have plenty of on hand. And of course, things change seasonally, so you want to make sure that if you are ordering them, you're using them, you know, because things can be updated and need to be reused again. So just be sure that if you do order them, you make sure that you're going to be rocking this business, okay? So if you're going for it, making the investment now early, and really, then I would highly recommend that you invest in either the Edge or the Living Naturally systems, because the class handouts and everything are really nice. So that's that part of it. Let's once you have gone through that, you also want to make sure you maybe give them a tour through some of these various different links and websites that are going to help them. And on here, I also have some links to my YouTube page that has some continuing education classes that will continue to be updated. I have in the works, and I have my Oils Now What class recording, some other 201 classes. There's, of course, a playlist for high vibe habits, a blending for mood class, a 201 class. So if they want to further their knowledge in certain areas, I will continue to provide value in that way. And also maybe do some, in the next couple of months, I have goals for myself to maybe publish a couple of ebooks with some recipes and things like that that add additional value to our team. So go over all of that good stuff with them. And the very big point that I want to point out is at the end of your call, book another call with them in 2 to 4 weeks. Say, hey, like, I'm here to support you. I want to see how this is going. You know, let's get another call on the calendar where I can check in with you for another 20 minutes in 2 to 4 weeks and see how it's going. If in that conversation that sharing has come up or building has come up, then definitely in 2 weeks, you want to book a share call and go over the sharing guide. Or, you know, what I find is best to do for sharers or builders, really ideally, what you want to do is reach out to your upline. So reach out to myself, or we can even go higher and get a bunch of us on the line that are doing the business, that lends some extra credibility to the business for anyone who's interested in sharing, or even just like, you know, considering the idea, if they're open to the idea of learning more about what it's like to host or share or build to any extent, then it just edifies you and our whole company, doTERRA, in getting people who have had success in this business on the phone with you. So let's set up, say, you know, I would love in 2 weeks if we could get Lauren and Janice maybe on the phone or on Zoom and do, you know, a 3-4 way chat and go over the business with you, and go from there. You know, no obligations, just offering them the opportunity side. So regardless of if they just want to be a user, a sharer, or a builder, definitely schedule another touch with them, another conversation in 2 to 4 weeks regardless, and follow up. And then after you have that conversation, even especially if people, like, if they're like, I really want to host or build a business right out of the gate, still I would say, you know, the very first step is using and loving your oils and products. So let's check back in 2 weeks, have the conversation with our successful upline, and then go from there. Because really, you have to have the experiences with your oils, that passion. You need to support your body and your mind in the way that you sought doTERRA first, in order to then be of service to other people. So I would discourage anyone from, like, right out of the gate, just like going all in. They need to spend a little bit of time in the lifestyle living doTERRA first. So yeah, that's it. So if they do have that interest, say in 2 to 4 weeks, we're going to set up your builder call, and then we'll go from there with getting them started on ranking to elite or premier, like this program, the Evolve program does, and walking them through a 90-day plan for that. So we can get them set up on the next cycle of it, or start attaching the videos to start that flow. Okay, and maybe schedule their first class. You're going to go out and teach their class, and keep the cycle flowing. Okay, that is the secret sauce, the consistency in the daily habits of being consistent with people and following through on all these little details. All right, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to also post a video soon on following up with people and what all that looks like. Okay, so the next breaking down that next conversation with them. Okay, that's a wrap. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.